G'day, welcome to Street Neat and number 5 in the Lathe Revival video series. You may notice that there's no lathes in around here. That'll be because I have been rather busy. Now the man that gave me the lathe gave me the shed it came in as well, so I've been rather busy and I've been pulling down the shed in the last week or so. I have also been setting up the site where the shed will go. Now the new lathe, new to me lathe, won't be going in the new shed. The lathe will be going exactly where you see it in the other videos. I have been able to revive the original 3-phase motor, and that's what this video is going to be about, is reviving that motor. So I'll go through and I'll show you the couple of steps that I had to take. 3-phase motors are pretty basic things. And once again, I really appreciate you guys bearing with me. I can't put up videos as often as I have been, purely because life, as you can see, gets in the way. I've got to carry on with some other things. Put up with aeroplanes going past, Goose making his commentary, and probably about to knock over the camera. Anyhow, this is another one of my many sheds. This is my 1961 AA 120 International, one of my very forgotten projects. This thing runs and drives and all that sort of thing. This is for sale. If anyone in New Zealand who is watching this wants themselves a good AA 120 truck, it's registered and all that sort of thing, this is not a for sale video. This video is all about the Lathe Revival, the motor portion of it. Now the lathe is going to have a partner. I have an old drill press that was donated to me and quite some time ago, and that had a broken cast end cover. It's like the belt cover on it was snapped in two, and someone had converted that one to single phase as well. 3-phase is not a very common thing to use, and it looks like I'm about to get goosed, so I'll pick Goose up. If I don't pick him up, he'll just annoy me. So welcome, Goose. The drill press will be restored and painted up in the same colours as the lathe when I can finally get around to doing all of that. What I have done is, because I had so much success with the 3-phase motor that you're going to see in this video, spoiler alert, obviously I had success with it. It wasn't a failure, otherwise I wouldn't bother making the video. Oh, you want to sit down now? Okay, you sit down and behave yourself. You're not going to behave yourself. This is the Goose. Luckily he's out of camera shot. All he wants to do is hump my leg. You just behave yourself. Okay, now you have a flap. Stop annoying me. Never work with children and animals, especially a goose. Anyhow, I may have to redo this bit. You are annoying. I'm just going to go and get rid of Goose. Now, with the lathe restoration, that everyone's been watching these videos of me fixing up the smashed lathe, and that series will continue on as I find time to do all the other things that I need to do to it, like strip all the paint off, repaint it, make a guard cover for the belts. And one of the more exciting things is I've got another piece of old machinery that's going to complement the lathe, and it's been sitting in my way in the workshop for a little while. I might just include some pictures of that here, wherever here is on the video. And I have been able to find time to get the 3-phase motor on that one rebuilt, reconditioned, whatever you would like to call it. It's mostly cosmetic. I couldn't even replace the bearings in this one. They're just not even available anymore. But I've pulled it all apart, cleaned it all up, and it's all ready for bench testing as well. So once I realised I can easily fix up 3-phase motors, I thought, well, I may as well do that drill motor. When I do the wiring for the lathe, I'm going to put 2 on-off 3-phase switches up there, and I will have the lathe will work off one, and right beside the lathe I will have the drill press, the vintage drill press that I'm going to restore. They're both going to be painted up in the same colours. Spoiler alert, they're both going to be painted in mint green. because I just happen to have some nice Porsche mint green that has got no use for anything else. And so there, I'll have a drill press and a lathe. It was suggested to me by my Dutch electrical engineer friend that I may as well, if I'm hooking up the lathe, I may as well hook up the drill press. And this overcome the problem of, what on earth am I going to do with this old drill press? I don't really need two drill presses. And he said, well, if you're machining on the lathe, quite often you're going to turn around and do some drilling as well. And it just made sense to have the lathe there and another beautiful old machine, this old cast iron drill. I don't know the brand name of it, I'll have to go and have a look at that. But it's as equally as old as the lathe. So both machines will complement each other and they'll be a pigeon pair. And I think that should work out pretty well. Right, and I'd like to say thank you to all the people that are still watching and still tuned in. We've got rid of all the naysayers. They seem to have given up and moved on to go and annoy someone else. I'm not worried about it. Basically, you're always going to get people trolling and carrying on about it. If you find that's necessary to do, I'll find it necessary just to delete you off the channel, because I don't have the time or the energy to deal with any of that, and it's all about the positive space that I'm providing here, not so much all the negative space that people want to insist on trying to come and rain on the party. Anyhow, let's get into it and let's continue on. It's raining, it's a public holiday afternoon, and hopefully I can cram all this together. I'd done the filming a few weeks ago, just have not found the time to edit and put it all together, so that's what I'm going to go and do right now. Just so you know, I shoot my introductions after I have made the rest of the video. So this is actually the very last piece, but it's the first piece that you see. Anyhow, let's get into it. Well, there we have it. The three-phase motor all pulled down, new bearings, paint stripped off it, a couple of new fasteners, welded up the broken pulley, even though that part of the pulley is not used. It runs off these three pulleys here. I can spin it up with the electric drill, but just for the moment, you can drink it all in. It won't fall off, I hope. So that was a fair bit of work, and now the thing can rotate freely and breathe freely. It was astounding that the thing worked with all the gunk and the metal that was inside it. But she runs nice and quietly now. I haven't hooked up power to it, but I have been able to spin it up with the drill, which I'll do now. And you can hear fair bit of air going through there now, and nice and quiet. I'm very pleased with that. Another one saved. Rightio, it looks good on the bench, but the million-dollar question is, does it actually work? Now, I don't have three-phase hooked up at my workshop at the moment. I only have a three-phase switch just here. We were going to put a machine here, and I think it might have been the drill press we were going to put here. That didn't happen. So the only place that I can plug it in and test it is down in the front barn here. So let's see if it works. I hope it will. There you go. Nice and quiet, and I'm pretty pleased that that all works as I expected it to. It's pretty important that you follow professional advice if you are going to be working on your own electric motors. You can harm yourself, and you won't be telling the tale about it afterwards. I've got a reasonable amount of experience with electric motors. I've also got a good electrician friend up the road who walked me through it but let me do the actual work. So I send him photos, or he will drop past and have a look at it. He's already been past and had a look at this. He doesn't want to be on camera. And yeah, so I have actually turned it on once before now, and it all worked first time then. Okay, so that concludes this part of the video, and I will hopefully have another video out in a few more weeks. And once again, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, we'll catch up next time. Might even remember to turn it off.